back, Maximum Gamers. I'm just starting up the Piboy DMG from the last video. And what we're about to do is we're gonna allow SSH to start, and I'll show you how as soon as this boots up. Okay, so let's go into retropie. Let's make our way down to Raspberry config. We gotta go down to interfacing options, which is choice number 3. Okay, so when you go down to choice number 3, just hit right and then hit A to select it. Maybe it's B. Yeah, hit B. Let's see. And then you'll see the second option is SSH. So let's go ahead and click. We have to hit right to hit select, and then hit B to start up the SSH. Then it says, would you like the SSH server to be enabled? Let's hit yes on that. The SSH server is enabled, and this is how you'll know you have now enabled your SSH. And then let's go ahead and hit finish. Now hit start. This is optional, but I would recommend doing it. Go to exit, and then restart emulation station. Yes. Okay, for some reason with this SD card, I noticed that my Wi-Fi wasn't connected automatically when I went into that one folder and set all that up. So if the same thing's happening for you, in the upper right hand corner, you don't see the same Wi-Fi signal that I'm getting, go into retropie and go to the Wi-Fi settings. Connect to Wi-Fi network. Go ahead and select that one. Takes like a second. And then pick your network. Mine is Moonlight. And then that's where you'll enter your password. But I'm going to go ahead and go back. And now to get themes, we're going to go to ES themes. And my favorite one so far that I've been using, the video cut off there, but continuing on down the list, my favorite one is Comic 43. Now comic book SE wheel art, comic book 43 SE wheel art. They're all like the same thing, but different. There's slightly different things about them that they change up. But I like the 4:3 ratio one because it makes the video a little bit bigger, so that you can see the video quality a little bit better. So install that. And then let's go ahead and hit cancel. one thing I forgot to mention, when you're in your Wi-Fi, if you have to enter in a password, you're gonna have to use like a keyboard that you plug into one of these ports. But besides that, let's go ahead and hit back and then hit start and go to UI settings, and then you'll see theme set. Let's go ahead and hit A on that, and then you'll see comic book 4.3, the one that we installed. You don't have to pick this one, but whichever theme you pick, this is how you get to it. And then when you go back, it should reload, and sure enough, there it is. Okay, so to start, we're going to need a program called WinSCP, and I'll have the download in the description. Go ahead and download and install that. When you first open up this program, you're going to see something like this, where it says file protocol. You're going to want to leave it as SFTP. The host name, you're going to want to put retropie. The username, put pi, and the password raspberry. Raspberry spelled RASPBERRY. Also, make sure that the host name is all capitals. You can try making a new username and password. It probably doesn't have to be the same, but to play it safe, where I learned this from, I just went with what he did. The password is going to be the same password you entered in, raspberry, RASPBERRY. Now we're inside of the files of RetroArch. We need to get the files for the videos and a couple themes. So go ahead and download that to your desktop and we'll go from there. Okay, so one thing I forgot to show in the video is how to show the hidden files. To show the hidden files, up at the top you'll see options that say local, mark, files, commands, session, options, remote, and help. Go ahead and select options. Within options, click on preferences, then click panels. It's right under languages, and then make sure hidden files is checked, and that's it. Now you'll be able to see the hidden files. I went back a couple directories, but the directory you want to go into is home /pi/ and in there. Once there, we're going to want to go into .emulation station. Within emulation station, right click
go down to New, and then hit Directory, and make a new file named Theme. If you haven't already, you're going to need to download the themes and videos, and that'll be in the description. And what we're doing right here is we're putting the themes that are in that package into the themes folder we just made inside of the Piboy DMG. Okay, so the do-it-yourself retropie video packs is pretty self-explanatory. CRT theme, within that folder is a theme. Old Room 1.9 beta, 1080 and 720. That's another folder with two themes inside of it. And then game lists and art is all the game lists and the art to the games for each of the systems. Okay, so the way game lists and art works, once you enter that file, there's going to be all the systems, and then within each system is the videos and all the other files needed to get the videos to work. So essentially what you're doing with these videos is you're taking the files that are in the system folder, every single one of the files, and you're copying and pasting it into the system folder in retropie on your Piboy DMG. Here's an example of just some of the videos. And in this video you can't hear the audio, but they actually have audio. And it also plays during your game search on the actual software. Okay, now open up File Explorer and type in what I type in right here. / retropie. The user and pass are still the same, Pi and Raspberry. At first I confused the two slashes with forward slashes, but it's the slashes above the enter key. Also, in one of my earlier videos I was talking about how the storage seems limited. Well, this is how you get past that, is by going into your Piboy or retropie in this way. Okay, so now the last thing that you're going to do is put your games and the game list and art into the game systems that you're working with. So for example, in the do-it-yourself retropie video packs folder, if you go into game list and art, it's going to show you all the game systems. So take the files within that game system folder and put it in the game system folder in the ROMs folder of the directory of your retropie. Also, besides the art, you're going to put your ROMs in these folders as well. So the folder or the window that you can see all the way to the left is my ROMs. The window that you see on the top is the game list and art, and that's pretty much where I'm pulling all my stuff from and putting it in the bottom window, which is my Piboy DMG or my RetroArch software. One thing I forgot to mention is the video name and the ROM names have to be the exact same for them to be recognized. So if you want a 007 GoldenEye to have its video playing, the 007 GoldenEye name on the video has to be the same as the ROM file. So what I did was I copy and pasted the video name, and then I copied the video name and then pasted it to the ROM name as I renamed it.
If you haven't restarted your Piboy after installing all the games onto it, let's see, installing or downloading, whichever you want to call it, just restart it. Restart emulation station, and then your emulator will have all its videos. I did Nintendo 64, so depending on which emulator you do, it doesn't really matter. If you did everything right in the video, then it should come up like this. One thing I do want to add though, just in case, if you already had some firmware on there and already had some box art, sometimes that'll get in the way. So what you'll have to do is go into your UI settings, and let's see, screen setting. On screen help. UI settings. Okay, so game list view style, you're gonna want to set that to automatic, because I did have it on video at one point, but I wanted to have video and box art, because on the Japanese games, I ended up putting box art, since the videos weren't provided along with all those files. I didn't really feel like looking for a bunch of videos. But if you're on automatic, it'll allow for box art and videos to be displayed for your ROM files as you're going through the list. If you just have it on video, obviously just videos will pop up. So just set that to automatic under game view style, and then hit back, and then go back into your emulator again, and then your video should work. Alright, well, I hope this helped. Like and subscribe, and if you guys have any questions, we're here to answer them. Just send us a message via the comment section, or hit us up on our website.